from the Lord. And I have really been thinking a lot about where to spend my extra time and energy. Oftentimes, we spend a lot of time chasing many rabbits and we don't catch any of them. And I was really prayerfully reflecting on God, what rabbit should I chase after? And y'all, I don't usually hear stuff, but I heard it clear as day. He said, me, chase after me. So obviously we should do this all the time, but let's be real. We're humans and we get distracted with what should I eat? How do I, make more money to pay my bills? How do I feed my kids? How do I get my house clean and in order? And we get so distracted with things. And God really put it on my heart to do a thought fast. So this is where for 1 month, my main worry, my main concern, my main priority is to put God first and to really every extra ounce of time I have for this next month, I'm going to try to be thinking about God in some way or another. If I'm washing the dishes, I'm going to put worship music on. If I'm driving in my car, I'm going to have a sermon or a podcast like the Genergy for Life podcast, which give you lots of inspirational tips about how to live your best life with God at the center of it. But I'm going to be really intentional about putting those things in front of me in my eyes and in my ears so that if my thoughts wander and drift, they don't go back to that tendency, which is anxiety, right? A wandering mind is going to spin out of control and you're going to grab onto all these things that become worries and mountains and battles. And let me tell you, it is a battle of the mind. It is not a battle of flesh and blood. The enemy doesn't care if you can pay your bills. He cares if you're anxious about it. And you can flip. This is not easy, but it's possible and it's wonderful. And there's power in surrender. If you can flip from being anxious about your bills to surrendering and saying, God, I don't know what you're going to do here, but let's partner together. And God, show me what we're going to do in this situation. If you can truly switch to that and thank God for the things that He has given you, y'all, an attitude of gratitude. There's pounds of research about how effective this is even if you're not a Christian. An attitude of gratitude is literally life changing. So that's what this 31-day thought fast is about. We are going to try our hardest to band together as a community to try to encourage each other because it is a real battle. And I want to give y'all tips. I want to encourage y'all and I want to support and help with this too. So I'm not sure how to make a group on YouTube, but I know on Facebook how to make a group. So Genergy, that's energy with a J, Genergy for Life is a group on Facebook where I'm going to pile together some tools. I'll share some inspirational videos, and the goal is just to rigorously go after and fight for an attitude of gratitude. Your spouse comes in with a negative attitude, stop, say a little prayer, say, I love you, and then step out of the room. We may have to cut some ties for this month with some, not that you can cut ties with your spouse, but we may have to really guard our hearts and our peace. And maybe if you have a coworker that you don't love that really brings you down, be so saturated in prayer that morning before you go in to hang out with that coworker that they can't touch you. They cannot touch you emotionally. An attitude of gratitude will not change your circumstances, it will change your perspective. It will change the way that you respond to people. So, we are going to rigorously go after protecting our peace, having an attitude of gratitude. And again, yes, you can do this without God, but I don't know how. I'm not going to be able to give you advice that doesn't include God because He's how I can do it. As somebody who has been very energetic and joyful and also very anxious for most of my life, the closest to having any sort of real tangible peace that I have ever come has been when I surrender to God. So I'm just being completely honest. I don't know how people do it without God. People do it. It's a whole self-help industry. I just don't know how to do it without God because He has literally been the difference in my life for the moments that I've finally had peace. And let me tell y'all, most of those moments have come when I have stepped away. I have sat quietly, maybe soft music in the background, but I have actually been still. Still in my mind, most importantly, still in my body, oftentimes, though you can go for a walk. People are obsessed with this silent walk thing right now. That's meditation, right? Add prayer into it. It's a double whammy, hook, line, sinker. So the fast starts Friday, December 1st. Here are a couple things I want you to do in preparation. This is like a couch to 5K. The marathon is on Friday. So I want you to gather a playlist. I'm going to recommend that we do for 1 month, you listen to a worship playlist. Here's the thing. If your mind is constantly having those songs stuck in your head, y'all, it is amazing to see what God can do with the things that are stuck in your head, with the things that you've already put in there. There's a song called Even If by Mercy Me that says, God, I know you can do these beautiful, powerful things to save me in the situation I'm in, but even if you don't, I know you're still good. And can I tell you, anxiety falls off when you really take that heart posture. When you say, God, I don't know what's going on in this situation, but I know you're not finished. You're working. And at the end of this, you are going to work something beautiful out of this. You are going to teach me a lesson. You are going to get me through something and help me get others through it in the future, which, if that isn't beautiful, man, tell me what is. So just know that God is going to get you through whatever struggle you've got. And that's going to help get you back to an attitude of gratitude if you thank God, even in the middle of the storm. So that's one thing, is get some music together, get some sermons together that maybe you've been wanting to listen to, or even some of those like positive inspirational videos. They're all over YouTube. So get some of those, actually make a notes or a reminders list where you can, if you get in the car, you just grab one. We don't want to have to search for these things when we're in vulnerable places. So that's hungry, angry, lonely, tired, anxious, or bored. Those are the moments when we are at a high risk to falter. So gather some of these tools up now so that when you're in those places, you can just reach for one of these lifelines. So music. Oh, here's the last one: music, sermons, a podcast like the Genergy for Life podcast. Those tools can really help set you up for success. But here's the last one: clean your space. Your car, your kitchen, your bedroom, your living room, your bathroom, clean them up. I don't care if you have to, if you've got laundry that you probably just need to declutter because you have too much. If you need to stuff that in a bag or a box for the month of December, do it. If you have Christmas decorations that you're dreading, maybe don't put them all up this year. But a cluttered mind is an anxious mind. There's tons of research that supports that. So don't let that happen. Don't let clutter and too much stuff and a messy space, don't let that be what robs your peace. Nothing is more important than your relationship with God and having that peace that passes understanding. So we are going to be ruthless this next month, starting December 1st. We are going to be ruthless to keep an attitude of gratitude. And if there is a storm, you thank God for the past season and the future season. You don't have to pretend that the walls aren't falling down, but I want you to force your mind to go to a place of gratitude and find something to be thankful for. God, I am thankful for the pants on my leg, because there are people who can't afford pants. There are people who don't have clean running water. There's so many things to be grateful for. And if you're one of those people that doesn't have clean running water, go outside and be thankful for the air that you get to breathe, because there are people, and I've worked in the respiratory unit. There are people who don't even have that, who don't have air in their lungs. So there is something to be thankful for. Drop me a comment below. Let me know some of your favorite songs, because I want to make a playlist for people. Let me know some of your favorite sermons that you really feel encouraged by. Just let me know some of the tools that you're going to gather. Y'all, I want to make a community. I want us to all be successful in this together. It is a battle of the mind, but let me tell you, you are not alone on this battlefield. I got you. My spiritual gift is encouragement. So if you need encouragement, I am not fluffing your feathers. Drop me a comment and I will pray for you. I will respond. I will send you some love. We got this. You got this. I got this. And if we don't got this, God got this. Love y'all.